For some reason, awards ceremonies always seem to bring out the awkwardness in so many celebrities, and the Grammys are no exception. Despite the fact that it's a prestigious affair, there's never a lack of uncomfortable moments. You can probably blame that on the cameras, which somehow capture every single person's reaction. From Ben Affleck fighting with JLo to Chris Brown's online tantrum. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 embarrassing 2023 Grammys moments that made us cringe. Number 10, Madonna's jokes bombing. The singer awkwardly had to ask the audience to cheer for her during her speech at the Grammys, where she addressed the remarks that the media have made about her recent antics. The 64-year-old started off by saying, "Here's what I learned after 4 decades in music. If they call you shocking, scandalous, troublesome, problematic, provocative, or dangerous, you're definitely onto something." Now that line seemed like she was leading into something, but when no one reacted at all, she quickly added, "That's where you make noise," which prompted an applause. No one was really sure if that was supposed to be funny or deep and inspiring, but the fact that Madonna had to scold the audience was hilarious in itself. But what really stood out more than her words was actually her appearance, and it sparked a sea of reactions on Twitter. Some people genuinely couldn't even recognize Madonna as she stood in front of them with noticeably bigger lips, braids, a tight black suit, and fishnet gloves. Someone tweeted a video of Adele with the caption, "Me attempting to ignore the fact that Madonna has a whole new face." Another user wrote, "What the hell happened to Madonna's face?" and "Madonna scares me." Number 9, Chris Brown raging. When the singer lost out to Robert Glasper for Best R&B Album, he also lost his temper. In fact, he completely lost it. Chris took to his Instagram stories where he voiced his frustration at losing. He posted a picture of Robert Glasper and wrote, "You're playing, who the F is this?" along with crying laughing emojis. But he did not stop there, he continued to diss the artist. In another post he wrote, "Who the F is Robert Glasper? I'ma keep kicking your A respectfully." If that wasn't enough, Chris then made fun of the fact that the winner was a classical musician, a pianist. He wrote, "I gotta get my skills up, I'ma start playing the harmonica." He then posted a Photoshop picture of himself playing the harmonica with the caption, "New level unlocked, harmonica breezy." But ironically, Chris hasn't been very successful when it comes to the Grammys at all. Despite 20 nominations throughout his career, he's only ever won 1 time. Robert Glasper, on the other hand, has been nominated 11 times in 8 different categories, and he's won 5 Grammys. He's also written and produced for artists like Snoop Dogg, Mac Miller, Common, and many more. So clearly, Chris Brown was just bitter because he lost to someone with a whole lot of talent. Number 8, Ben Affleck and JLo fighting. Now this is awkward. Someone posted a video of Ben and JLo sitting together and wrote, "However bad of a day you're having, I promise you're not as miserable as Ben Affleck at the Grammys right now." It's true that whatever he was feeling at that ceremony, he simply looked miserable and looked like he would rather be anywhere else. Next to him, JLo was clapping happily and looked a lot more focused on what was going on stage than how her partner was feeling. As expected, the comments under that video were pretty brutal. Someone wrote, "He could be home baking with Jennifer Garner, and instead he's looking around for the emergency exits for a quick getaway." In another awkward video from the event, the newlyweds were captured having an intense argument, but they seemed like they were trying to play it off for the cameras. In the clip, Ben can be seen leaning over to whisper something in Jennifer's ear, only for her to whip her head around and sternly say something to him. She then puts her hand to his chest and looks like she tells him to sit up straight, because he then immediately adjusts his posture. JLo rolls her eyes and looks down at the floor before noticing that they are on camera. She then turns her attention to Trevor and tries to laugh it off. Number 7, Doja's awkward reaction. Another hilarious moment from the awards ceremony was Doja's reaction after Sam Smith and Kim Petras won the Grammy for their song Unholy, and it's been cracking up Twitter users because of her expression. A clip was captured of the singer just staring blankly at the two of them while sipping her drink. Not only was she not clapping for them, but Doja's stare spoke 1,000 words, although fans have since speculated that it was more to do with Kim Petras than Sam Smith. So if you think that Doja was just being petty for not winning, think again, because it seems like there's much more to the story here. As we all know, Kim Petras continued to work with Dr. Luke, a producer whose disturbing allegations are well known throughout the industry. Doja also worked with Luke, and many people believe that she was mistreated by him. When she tried to speak out about it, Kim Petras basically tried to shut down those allegations. In 2021, Doja said, "I don't think I need to work with him again. I know that, and I think it was definitely nice of me to work with him." Number 6, Myles Frost shading Harry Styles. The Broadway actor from MJ the Musical was presenting at the Grammys, and pretty soon a hilarious clip of him went viral that makes it pretty obvious that he doesn't really care for Harry Styles. When Myles read out the name Beyonce, he yelled it in excitement, and he did the same when he saw Lizzo's name. But when he opens the card and it says Harry Styles, his reaction is noticeably different. His energy completely changes and he speaks Harry's name as more of a formality. The clip has already gone viral on social media, and most people are agreeing with him. Someone wrote, "He's so real for this," and "You could could tell he didn't want him to win that Grammy. But Harry also caught a bit of heat for his acceptance speech, where he said, "This doesn't happen to people like me very often. This is so nice." And that really seemed to rub people the wrong way. The speech sparked a big reaction online and a series of viral tweets. One user wrote, "This doesn't happen to people like me very often. You are literally a white man." And 5 women in the Album of the Year category, 3 of them women of color, and the white cis male winner gets up and says, "This doesn't happen to people like me very often." Number 5, Randy Rainbow saying Valhalla. Award shows haven't always gone smoothly when it comes to announcing the winners of a particular category, and this year's Grammys is no different. While Trevor Noah hosted the main ceremony, the premiere event was hosted by Randy Rainbow, an American comedian who is best known for his parody music videos on YouTube. And when it comes to announcing the winner in the Best Score soundtrack for video games and other interactive media, he got himself into a bit of a difficulty. Randy had to pronounce the new release from the Assassin's Creed franchise, but he really tripped up on the word Valhalla. Stumbling over his words, he said, "And the Grammy goes to Assassin's Creed Valhalla." And just like that, a new meme from the ceremony was born, and it seemed like everyone was joking about Randy's take on the name. Someone posted a meme of Jesse Nelson struggling to put on an accent with the caption Assassin's Creed. Another person wrote, "Dude almost said falafel." In fact, many people were comparing that moment to when John Travolta butchered Idina Menzel's name at the Oscars. He said, "Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem." It was extremely funny to say the least. Number 4, Trevor Noah's jokes. For a 3rd consecutive year as the Grammys host, the comedian once again brought with him a fair share of cringy dad jokes. He launched into his monologue and basically played it safe with the people that he called out. He called out Bad Bunny's performance and said, "That album is so fire, it makes Trump want to learn Spanish." Now that's just an example of the kind of jokes that he brought to the stage. In another one he said, "Beyonce is nominated for her album Renaissance, which by the way is better than anything from the actual Renaissance in my opinion. The Renaissance was just pictures of grapes and stuff. Beyonce took it up to another level." There was also another joke that left viewers questioning where the punchline was. Noah went up to Taylor Swift and asked her if she can bring down the cost of eggs. It was a pretty confusing moment and no one was really sure how to react. One person tweeted, "I know this is a lighthearted joke, but it felt like Trevor Noah was making a lot of jokes that sounded like they came straight from a local Facebook page last night. Why are you, as an extremely famous man, joking about the price of eggs?" Number 3, Bad Bunny Captions. The international hip-hop star opened the 2023 Grammys ceremony with a performance of songs from his latest album, but some viewers at home were hung up on the telecast. Instead of the traditional closed captions, the captions that CBS provided for Bad Bunny read "singing in non-English" as he performed in Spanish, which was absolutely ridiculous. Later, when Bad Bunny took to the stage to give an acceptance speech that was partially in English and partially in Spanish, the captions read "speaking non-English." Other English-speaking artists highlighted at the Grammys were given standard closed captions on the telecast, so viewers were outraged about the unprofessionalism from the awards. One person wrote, "As a Puerto Rican, Latina, and Spanish speaker, putting singing in non-English while Bad Bunny, one of the most popular artists in the world, sings in Spanish in a country with millions of Spanish speakers is ignorant and insulting. Do better, CBS." But many fans also loved Bad Bunny's performance and were just so happy with his part of the ceremony. Another user wrote, "Even though Bad Bunny didn't win, his nomination was the first all non-English album to be nominated for Album of the Year in Grammy history. His nomination opened up so many doors for artists who make music in another language. You'll get it next time, father." Number 2, Beyonce stuck in traffic. When Trevor Noah delivered his cheesy opening remarks and joked about all the stars in the room, Beyonce was nowhere to be found. The singer actually missed her first win of the night at the 2023 Grammys because she was stuck in a traffic jam outside the arena. After she won the award for Best R&B Song, Tyrius Nash and Nile Rodgers rushed up to the stage to accept the award on her behalf. That was her 3rd of 4 awards on the night and she still wasn't in her seat. At one point, Noah blamed Los Angeles traffic as the reason that she wasn't there. He said, "So for real, Beyonce is on her way. The upside of hosting the Grammys in LA is that everyone can be here. The downside of hosting the Grammys in LA is the traffic." When he eventually did find Beyonce at her table, he brought the trophy right to her and she thanked him and nodded politely. By the time she did step up to the microphone for a proper acceptance speech, she had actually already posted to Instagram about her Grammy wins before she even showed up to the event. Prior to the main show, the singer took home trophies for Best Dance/Electronic Recording and Best Traditional R&B Performance. She was actually nominated for 9 awards in total. And coming in at number 1, Harry Styles Tripping. The singer took to the Grammy stage to perform his hit song As It Was, but he almost fell on his face. Harry dressed up in a sparkly silver jumpsuit and he was passionately belting out the words, "In this world, it's just us," as he tried to step down from the platform onto the main stage. But as he strode confidently across the platform, there was a brief moment where he lost his balance and almost fell, so he had to throw his arm up to catch himself. Luckily, he did get his balance back and went straight to the microphone to finish the song. But this moment was obviously watched by hundreds of thousands of people at home, not to mention all the celebrities in the audience. Not only that, but many viewers noted that Harry's energy seemed to be unusually low throughout his performance. He seemed to be either very sluggish or unenthusiastic, and a lot of fans took notice. But it could have also been down to technical issues backstage. In fact, several singers seemed to be having issue with their in-ear monitors, and Harry had to visibly adjust his a few times. Someone tweeted, "The Grammys tech is giving middle school play and community theater sound engineer." So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.